Hello everybody, we're going to make a goat water today. We're getting a little sick of the goat's water getting full of hay and poop and dust and whatever else can just fall into the buckets. So we're going to make a closed system. And we got these little watering nipples here. They're actually designed for goats or pigs, or piglets. We're going to add 2 of them, put them in between the fence. We've got 2 pens, so there'll be a pen on this side, a pen on this side, so we've got 1 per pair of goats. We're going to connect it to the pipe, connect it to this special connector that came with the nipples.
I'll provide the information on the blog.
And then to the bucket. First, what we're going to do is to make sure we get a nice watertight seal, is I'm going to put Teflon tape on all these, the end of these pipe connections here. That's more than enough. Go. Now adding the Teflon tape will help seal up the threads. And although they're tapered, it's a pipe thread, technically it should seal pretty good by itself. I'm just adding a little bit of extra protection. It doesn't hurt it. Let's get that started.
We're having a very windy day here on the farm. That's the roaring that you can probably hear.
We're just getting these finger tight for now. But what we're going to need to do is when we do tighten them, make sure that they're in this configuration and not like that, because this is going to be up and down. So they have to be just like that, both sides. I've got the coupler in the vise so that doesn't move, and these nipples actually have some flats on them, so you can put a wrench on it and get a nice snug fit. So I'm going to clamp that down and tighten it up to where it feels good. I think that's probably pretty good. I want to make sure the nipples face the same direction.
Show them how it works, how the little nipples. See, that releases the water.
Those are tight. I'm going to tighten up both. I don't need a pipe wrench because I can just clamp it in the vise here, and I can just use the wrench on here, and it should tighten up both the bottom and the top connections. Should be good. Are you taping? Now the instructions call for a 7/8 hole to put the coupler into whatever vessel you're putting it in. We're using a 5-gallon bucket. I don't well, not that I don't have, I couldn't find a 7/8 drill bit, so I'm going to use this 3/4 inch, and then we'll use a file to open up the hole and make it up to about 7/8.
Sadie's helping.
Just stop. So I'm just going to find a spot, there's enough room, closest to the bottom, pop a hole through it. Quite big enough. So I got this file, this is a round rat tail file that I can use to enlarge the hole. A little bit at a time.
But if you have a 7/8 file, you can just use that.
7/8 drill bit.
Okay.
Not quite there. Okay, it's a pretty good tight fit, so I think that'll work just fine. Just make sure if you do end up filing it, you kind of rub off any of this excess burr on the inside, stuff that's loose so it doesn't get caught through the pipe and then down into the nipples. They do have a little filter on them, but just in case. Alright, I've got a wrench to hold this on, which will clamp against the inside of the bucket, and then it's got a nice rubber seal here so it doesn't leak any water. So get down in there. Another hand. Clamp it on there. Put this through the outside. I'm going to make sure the nipples face the right direction. Up. That didn't make any sense. That's okay.
Just go with it.
It's all good. And then I can tighten this up.
It's like I'm filming in stereo.